So says the way it manufactures the vaccine makes it easier to change it if the bird flu virus mutates.
In Commitment 2016 news now, a comment by presidential candidate Ben Carson about Muslims and the presidency has stirred up controversy among Iowa Muslims.
So do you believe that Islam is consistent with the Constitution?
No, I don't. I do not. I would not advocate that we put a Muslim in charge of this nation. I absolutely would not agree with that.
And would you ever consider voting for a Muslim for Congress?
Congress is a different story, but it depends on who that Muslim is and what their policies are.
Well, those statements come after Donald Trump didn't correct an audience member during an event who claimed that President Obama is a Muslim.
KCCI's Jason Rantala joins us with reaction. Jason?
Dr. Ben Carson's comments that the U.S. should not elect a Muslim president have hit home for Muslims here in Des Moines.
Problem in this country, it's called Muslims. We know our current president is one. Right. You know he's not even an American.
It began with some uncorrected comments from an audience member during a Donald Trump speech.
We need this question. Man.
It continued with comments from Dr. Ben Carson.
I would not advocate that we put a Muslim in charge of this nation.
Unfortunately, it feeds into Islamophobia.
State Representative and Muslim Akeo Abdul-Samad would argue it really began long before.
There was people that came out and said, you know, oh, he's Catholic, he can't be president. You know, that type of thing. So this isn't a mindset that is new.
Abdul-Samad calls the comments frustrating, saying this is something Muslims cannot allow.
People need to challenge him. Where does it say in the Constitution of the United States of America that if you're Muslim, you cannot be president?
I was pretty upset initially.
Ali Jandal is a Muslim and student at Drake University. He says he's since calmed down, realizing it's only a small number who think this way.
I'm not so angry now because I know it's not a majority opinion. It's like a small group of people.
KCCI political analyst Dennis Goldford says it's important to make the distinction between Islam and radical Islam, something Dr. Carson did not do.
Carson really just sort of didn't pay attention to those distinctions. He just gave a quick fly by the seat of your pants answer. I think that's gotten him into trouble.
Abdul-Samad calls this a teaching moment for Muslims because it now brings about conversation. As for a Muslim president being inconsistent with the Constitution, Goldford mentions how the Constitution specifically states you don't have to be a certain religion to be in office. Live in the studio, Jason Rantala, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Thank you, Jason. Now, the big news that we've all been following throughout the afternoon is Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin says he is dropping out of the presidential race.